Olori Mariam cried Oni a river as Ooni of Ife allegedly ordered her to confess to what the Ayaba had alleged against her or get a curse from his staff. And they said that that was not all. He also ordered Mariam to be locked out of the palace. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Delaram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the sources still on the royals Delarites. How are you guys doing? I hope that your plans for the year is rolling out. Thank you so much for always being here. Appreciate you so much. Happy New Year to you and congratulations. I love you guys. If you're yet to subscribe, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Do not forget to turn on the notification bell. I appreciate you so much. Report reaching us right now is that enraged Ooni of Ife has locked Mariam out of the palace, ordering her to make a confession as to what she plan, the plot she had with that Ayaba, or get a cause from his royal staff, his ancient staff. And we all know what has been going on. The Gbasgbos in the palace is fight to finish, so Nami does not return back to the palace. Right now, it's as if the fear of Naomi is the beginning of wisdom for the wives of the Ooni of Ife. They will stop at nothing to ensure that Queen Naomi does not return back to the palace. But a lot of people are asking, with everything that is going on in the palace, why is Ooni of Ife still leaving these women there? Now, if you are just joining the story, you don't know what is going on, I'm going to give you a running commentary on what is going on. This week, we got a report allegedly that an Ayaba had come out to make a confession to an elder that Mariam had tried to make her say she was with a baby for the Ooni of Ife. And knowing the kind of person that Naomi is, they knew that that kind of announcement was going to get Nami destroyed, and she would not want to come back to the palace because their greatest fear right now is that Nami might come into the palace anytime soon. And we do not know when, but it's looking like there is a likelihood that she will be coming anytime soon. So right now, when people prey on other people's vulnerability, they do know that if Nami hears that there is another child somewhere or a woman coming into the palace again, of course, Nami is not going to go through with that because, of course, it's like a roller coaster of the same thing, a merry-go-round over and over again, the same story over and over again. And if those who are hearing it are tired, they just want a new step forward. You can imagine the person who is going through it, what that person will be feeling. So they do know that this is going to make her feel really bad and may not want to come to the palace now. And that will give them the time to stay in the palace and, conceive more ideas to help them stay even longer in the palace. So now, when that happened, Dr. Elizabeth went after Mariam, and Mariam, from what we are hearing, they say she was crying that she never had that kind of discussion with Ayaba, that somebody was trying to pin that on her. She was they said she became really devastated over what they were saying. But of course, knowing her, they said that the Ooni of Ife had believed immediately. But right now, what is going on from what we are hearing is that the Ooni of Ife locked her out and asked them not to let her drive into the palace until she is ready to make a confession as to if that is true or not. And one thing you need to know about the Ooni of Ife, like I would always tell you, I do know that a lot of people say, as far as Delaram is concerned, the Ooni of Ife can do no wrong, Queen Naomi can do no wrong. Yes, the Ooni of Ife is really a great man. He is a liberal man. He is a man who has a lot of respect for women. I do know that with what happened between the Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi, the narrative out there is different. But of course, when people are going through their matrimonial issues, you never can tell. But one thing I do know, I think that the Ooni of Ife truly loves Naomi, and I do think that he's working out modalities to ensure that she comes back. But I do think that it's not going to be that easy. For Queen Naomi, it's going to be very difficult, and for the Ooni of Ife, very difficult. The reason is because Queen Naomi has made it clear to the Ooni of Ife or whoever cares to hear that if she was alone, it would have been easier for her to return back to the palace. But the fact that she's carrying the greatest treasure of her life, that is Tadenikawo. Tadenikawo is just an infant. He will not know who likes him or not, and exposing Tadenikawo to that kind of environment is something she would never want to do as a mother. And so, with that being said, she said if the women are still there, she's not coming, and the women are not willing to go. Like I have told you time and time again, these women are not grasshoppers that they will just hop to you and you say ha ha ha, go away, go away. No, these are people's children, people's daughters, and these are women with pedigree. Okay, and you don't just bring them and throw them out like that. So it's going to be very difficult for the Ooni of Ife. I am believing that over time, Ooni might have to, lay out a new plan for this whole thing. And for some reason, I am also thinking that there may be some level of compromise between the Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi for Queen Naomi to return back. But getting these women out of the palace is going to be very difficult, even though some people do not belong to that school of thought. But let's see how that goes. But then again, they said the Ooni of Ife shut Mariam out and told her that she needs to confess to what she has done. That if she does not confess, that he is going to use the ancient staff and, put a curse on her. And they said there was so much cry that Mariam could not even believe it, that she was crying that she never did anything, that every other one she has done, but this one she has not done. But of course, you do know that nobody will want to hear this coming from Mariam, the first wife to the Ooni of Ife, who should be protecting this man more than anything in the world, would be the one putting him out there like that. It is a situation that is very disappointing. And of course, you do know that I have told you time and time again that these are all alleged information. I do not live in the palace with the Ooni of Ife. So bear in mind that these are all alleged information, and whatever happens as I get more update, I'm going to bring it to you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.